Hello and welcome to the channel, Kelly Legends Media. Okay, so before I get started, I want to say to all my subscribers, all of you that watch. Now, I mentioned that our goal was to hit 7,000 this month, and if we were able to do that, I was going to do a giveaway, right? So they're going to be T-shirts, different shirts, similar to the ones that I wear sometimes when I do my videos. Nevertheless, you guys give me some suggestions, man. Like, I was thinking of just buying some shirts, and plus some of my homeboys are gonna donate some shirts too, the kind that I buy. And the only thing is, once I have them, that's gonna be the sizes of the shirts of the giveaway, of the little raffles, right? So if I don't do it that way, then what I could do is just raffle it, and whoever wins can shoot me their shirt size. But then you won't be able to see the shirt that you're getting, okay? And if I buy the shirts in advance and get the ones that the two of my homeboys are going to give me, see, I'm going to go ahead and give those away so you guys can see what they got. You guys like them already, I know, because you guys already, a lot of people have said you guys like these shirts. So I could show the shirt, but whatever size that shirt is what's going to get raffled. You guys let me know what you think, how we could go about doing this. Hopefully we make it to that 7,000 mark. That being said, share the channel. Let your friends know. Maybe if you don't mind, put it on your Facebook, you know. Let your peeps know, hey, man, there's this channel. This dude talks about, you know, what I talk about. You guys know what I do. And see if any of them would like to start checking out the channel, maybe subscribe, whatever, you know. But anyways, if we do make it, like I said, we're going to do this raffle. If not, we'll do it the following month. But hopefully we do it the end of this month, April. So let me know what you guys think, how we're going to do this shirt thing. Do I get the shirts in advance? Whatever size they are, I raffle them. Or do I wait till I get a winner, then they send me the shirt size, and then I get whatever shirts are available? Because he's always changing the shirts. He never has the same brands on them. He'll the same pictures or whatever. He might like the one with the cars on it. He might have a 48 one week, and the following week he'll have a 66 Impala. You know, so he changes his shirts all the time, the designs. Anyways, you guys let me know how you like to do in the comment section. If not on this video, on any video that you might watch and see or comment on. All right, so today's video, I don't know if I should still do it, because it's probably going to be a little bit of a long video. And the reason being is because I really need to explain this right, because it's pretty unbelievable. Okay, so I mentioned in one of my videos I did a long time ago, you're going to see I'm going to refer to that a lot, because it's important that you guys know I'm not just making this shit up and just throwing all kinds of salsa and crema and pico de gallo and cebolla and cilantro in every fucking pan in the kitchen sink in the taco, okay? So anyway, and another reason why I had said I was going to tell this story in another video I did about the basketball game we played against the Juras in Wayside, but I didn't tell it for the fact that the only person that could that was there with me is no longer with us. That was Pequeño from Lomas. But today I was driving around, and I'm like, what am I gonna, you know, what I'm gonna do today? And something just told me, just do it, you know. Anyways, it's a story that took place in Wayside Max. Okay, Supermax. Supermax was just built. Okay, we were like one of the first, second dorms in there. There was still little pieces of metal on the floor, little balls of metal from where they weld the bunks and stuff. And part of us going there was to clean all that up and get rid of a lot of stuff that the workers left and get it ready to fill up, right? So there was this one Jura. His name was Martinez. We worked on his crew. Me and Pequeño worked on his crew in the graveyard shift, I guess you would call it. Okay, we slept in the day, we worked in the night. And he took us to other dorms, other pods to clean, right? And one day on our break, Pequeño was drawing, and he tripped out on how well he could draw. So he asked Pequeño if he would do some drawings for him. He wanted a big flag drawn with different things. Okay, I'm not gonna get into what he wanted on there, but he wanted a flag drawn with different things, and some other pictures, like, you know, the pigs on a motorcycle, you know, a pig, a real pig with a police hat, you know, with his fucking tongue flying and spit coming out, and like if he's yelling all crazy, shit like that, you know. So when he asked Pequeño told him, yeah, all right, I'll do it, only if you let my homeboy help me. And he asked me, oh, you could draw? And before I could answer, go, nah, but he does shading real good. He's going to help me shade and stuff, you know. He goes, all right. So, you know, that's going to be your jobs from now on. When you guys come, you guys just work on the drawings. I'll get 2 other guys to do what I have you guys doing. So when he'd come and get us, he'd lock us up in a dorm by ourselves. One of the there's the dorms. There's like 3 of them, like the front one and then the 2 side ones, I believe. I haven't been there in like 25 years, but that's the way I remember it, you know. And like I said, they were empty still. There was only like two of those pods filled, and those were the kitchen workers, you know, everything to make the place run for whoever was there so far. Anyways, so he'd pick us up all the time, take us in and put us in this dorm by ourselves. And we just sit there, and Pequeño would draw all night, right? And this dude, Martinez, will pop in and out, you know, and check out how the drawing's coming along, ask for some things to be added or changed and stuff, right? So as a reward, one time he walked us down to the kitchen, right? And it was hamburger. It was going to be no, it was hamburgers for them, for their meals, right? ODR. So he had them make us a couple of hamburgers. We had to sit down there. We couldn't take them back to the dorm because he didn't want nobody else to see them. But we had to sit there and eat them, which we didn't care. We scarfed them down, as many as we could get in, right? So he would do things like that for us, right? And he was a trip. Like, he was always like he was like trying to be a homie, you know what I mean? Like, he was trying to like be friendly and stuff. And me and Pequeño, we're trying to play dude, right? So one day, I'll give you an example. One day there was an alarm, and he was escorting me. And he got me, and he put me in they have these like hard yards, right? They're indoors with the screen on top, all cement. Now there's just a place where you just bang the handball against the wall and stuff. I heard that they took the machine weights out. But anyways, it had to do bench presses, and, you know, it had the exercise weights, but they weren't free weights. They were machines. And I was in there, and I started working out on the machine, you know. I was in there for a little while. Alarm shut off. I was still there. Light was still flashing. After a while, the light went off. A while after that, there he comes, right? And I was laying down to do some bench presses, right? And he tells me, he goes, hey, how many can you do with that much weight? I go, I don't know. And he tells me, I bet you I could do more than you. And I clown him. I'm like, a little squinkly, you know, you're not going to do shit, you know. I'll have to put it just only one little square of weight, 5 pounds, and you'll tire out after 20. He goes, all right, let's see who could do more. I start taking off, right? So I did as many as I can, man. My arms are burning, my chest, and all I wanted was, no matter what, for this. He was a sheriff, East LA sheriff, working his time in the county, right? I didn't want him to be able to do more than me. You know, I had my pride, whatever, my ego. So what happens is, he gets down, and he was barely making it to the same amount that I did. And man, with all his might, man, he fucking put one more on it, more than I did, dropped it down and got off, and so he beat me. You know, he won. But he was always like trying to be challenging and shit, right? And one day I told him, I go, you know what? Shut up, man. I go, you just talk shit because you got all that shit on your belt and your fucking flashlight. Without that, you ain't just squinkly little shit, you know. Shit, I'd beat your ass, he tells me, right? I go, what? You ain't beating nobody's ass, man. You ain't shit. You want to find out? He tells me, you want to find out? You want to go around? And I laughed, right? And he goes, no, I'm serious. You want to go around? And his partner's even smiling, right? It was me, Pequeño, him, and his partner. And I go, you serious? Yeah, all right. Long as it's just me and you, fuck yeah, let's do it. You serious? He goes, yeah, come on. So the place is empty, you know. There's no inmates in the day rooms and nothing. There's nobody there. But we go to a place, I guess, where there was no cameras, or, you know, he picked the spot, right? He takes his shit off, right? Pequeño tells me, hey, fool, just fucking rush him with everything you got. I go, fuck yeah, man. I'm gonna fuck this fool up. And I already had it in my mind. As soon as he says, all right, I'm just taking flight, right? Takes his stuff off and everything. Like, what's up, fool? You ready or what? And he goes, yeah. I just went out on full force with everything I got, overwhelmed him, overtook him. He didn't even get a chance to throw a swing. And his partner was, all right, that's it. And I backed off away from him. And after I told him, I go, that's it. He goes, nah, fuck that. His partner told him, hey, that's it, man, that's it. But again, Martinez, yeah, he always had to be better. You know what I mean? Like, hey, when I'm out there, don't ever run from me because I'll catch you, you know? What do you mean you'll catch me? Shit, if I fucking see you, I'm going to bounce, you know? And he goes, no, it don't matter. I'll catch you. I don't care how many fences, how many walls you jump. You know, I'll catch up to you and I will get that ass. And shut the fuck up, you know? And we would clown each other, you know? Back then, I know people are tripping. You're not supposed to talk to the juras, or you're not supposed to engage and all that. Back then, it wasn't like that. All that shit wasn't going on. You know, you wanted toilet paper, you go to the gate and ask the jura, hey, I need some toilet paper, you know. You needed a fucking a ducat to go to the medical, you go just walk up, and people just walk up, hey man, let me get a ducat. You know, whatever interactions you needed to do, you did them, you know. Besides that, they take us to go do jale, you know. And even you know what, even in the joint, man, we made this waterfall. I did videos about this waterfall too. Me and Chino from Clanton did it, a lifer. This badass fucking waterfall with a crank, a chain, bucket, and everything. It operated. The only thing, there was no water running or anything. You know, it's just a really nice wooden replica to put in his front yard, man. And fuck, man, he dug it, man. He was like, oh, that shit came out tight, man. And he took us to the side. Well, what do I owe you? You know, we didn't know we were getting paid. You know, he goes, what do I owe you? What do you need? You know, he goes, you got all your appliances and everything. And I told him, hey, to be honest with you, I need a good radio that, if you could find one that has cassette and CD, you know. So Chino, I forgot what Chino asked for, but he brought me my radio. I got my radio and stuff, you know. He put it on my books, everything. And it wasn't a Super 3 or a small radio like that. It was a nice fucking radio, you know. Good size radio. And I wanted it mainly for the music program, you know. But my point is, even in prison in 2000 to 2000, the middle of 2006, 2005, you know, the juras would. It wasn't like that, you know what I mean? They didn't push the line that hard on that, you know. Um, and two Chino from Clantoni, he had some weight, so it wasn't like, I don't know. We didn't ask him. We had to make it anyways. We made a big desk for another employee there, a podium for the church. The preacher came and asked us. We made it, man. We used to get down. We made some badass shit. Anyways, back to dealing with Juras and stuff, right? So this Jura, that's the way he was, and the drawings that we did for him, fuck, man, he was fucking, he brought all kinds of different Juras to see him and stuff, and, while they were coming out, Pequeño got down, you know what I mean? And, we got a lot of treats behind that, nothing major. We couldn't work on to bring something for us, but he'd bring food, drinks, agua de piña, stuff you just don't get or have when you're in jail, and but yeah, I never seen him in the street. He said he wanted to work East LA, but I never seen him in the street. But yeah, that fucker, he wanted to bet me push-ups for the basketball game. If you haven't seen the video, what we did was Pequeño helped make a bunch of jerseys for the inmates, right? They were handmade, they were nowhere near professional or anything, but they had numbers, and they were brand new shirts, not the jail shirts, they were good shirts. But when the Juras came to that basketball game, they looked like a fucking team from the street, like a, semi-pro team, with their basketball uniforms, But ni pedo, like I said in that video, I was gonna do this video, but I just never did it. I'm gonna tell you why I never did it, because after doing a couple of videos after that video, a couple of people were saying, come on, Lucky, you're putting too much on it. Oh, come on, you're putting too much salsa on the tacos, all this shit. So I'm like, fuck, man, the only person that could say, yeah, fool, I remember is Pequeño, man. But I just wanted to share that story because I thought it was funny, basically, not to make jail sound like it's a fun place to be or anything. Although I could probably say that was one of the best times in jail, opening up Supermax, I went to Supermax after that, and I'll tell you, the worst place you want to be in that place is in the hole, because the holes there at Supermax, I did a video on that too. Man, they're nothing nice, man. It's all cement, and I guess depending on that they are at you, or what your offense is. So you don't get a match, you don't get shit, man. You're in there in your boxers. There's no light, like just whatever light comes through the door and the little window, the edges and stuff. And then when they count you, they just open up that flap and talk to you, like, yeah, that's just like a dungeon. Anyways, all these videos are on previous videos. The basketball game, Pequeño doing his drawings, and the one about the hole. There's some about some fights that I had there. Anyways, this was just another little bit of that time that I was there, and I just wanted to share with you guys. I thought it was interesting that something like that could even happen. It's really like basically unheard of. But I guess because the place was new, it was empty, there wasn't a lot of staff and Juras, free workers and Juras around, because there's nobody to watch except two dorms, So we did some crazy shit, yeah, it was a trip. Anyways, that's my video for today. I feel bad in a way, kind of doing this video, man, because I don't want to sound like I'm encouraging going to jail and that it's fun, because it's not. It's nothing fun about going to jail. That may have been some times that I enjoyed it, but there was bad times too in there, going to the hole, getting in those fights, Yeah, there was a lot of bad mixed in with that good, And I don't recommend jail or prison for anyone, you know. So I think I did like 16 months that time. I was there a while. I watched it filling up. Once we were there, a couple of months, man, they start bringing people in. One thing they had a leather shop. I think I mentioned it. Yeah, I did. I mentioned that in another video when Pequeño made that wallet, and on the comment section, I had mentioned that he had this like this. Oh no, a hand coming out of the rib, and somebody in the comments said, yeah, he probably had it like this, you know, and that's exactly what he put coming out of the wallet. I still have the wallet. There's a charro on one side, says Pequeño in the sombrero, and then his hand throwing an L coming out of the ribs. And I still got it there, but like I had asked if any of his family members or anybody might watch the video to let me know and contact me and stuff. And you know, I'd like to get it to somebody that cared about him and loved him. You know, he spent a lot of time on that wallet, and he never got a chance to get it. But anyways, this is my video for today, people. Stay free, keep your head up, stay out of jail, stay out from behind them walls. You already know it's nothing nice. God bless you. God bless your families. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit that like button. See you on the next one.